Hey, peace. You know who it is, your man Lord on the Supreme. And quick video, I just want to share something I just saw. I just saw this like European guy trying to get at these two chicks, right? Those two chicks walking in their bikinis and shit, South Beach, you know how it is. And yeah, they was looking good, asses out, titties was fat. You dig? Skin popping, looked like it from a distance. But that wasn't, what really caught my attention. What caught my attention was like this dude, when he went to go talk to the girl, you can tell he just had like a lack of intent. He had a lack of, intent when he was approaching it. It's like, I've been doing that shit for years, and I've been seeing it for years too. We used to set up little masterminds, and we used to have group nights, and we all go out and practice pickup back, it was called the pickup community. I don't know if that shit's still around. But yeah, we used to do that shit. And I used to take a couple guys out, when I learned enough. And, it was fun, it was cool. But I seen this guy, when he went to talk to this girl, he goes to her as if he's asking for some kind of direction somewhere, because she's pointing this way, and he's pointing that way, and she's like, oh, okay. And then she's like, oh, no, it's actually this way, whoop. And then he stops, and he's like, okay. And then he's like, oh, well, what about if I go, then he starts. And so she's like, she doesn't know really what he wants. She starts walking a little bit, and he's like, oh, okay, well, you think I should try that? She's like, oh, yeah, I will try that. And then he's like, oh, so you're not from out here? Oh, where are you from? This and that. It was just, and you could tell he was all the way up here in the energy. He's like, I mean, it's always a 10 out of 10 for even fucking approaching it, because most guys are scary. But it's like you don't really get majority of the fruits of showing up when you show up half-stepping. It's like when you go for anything, when you go for opportunity with your boss, like, say you're trying to get a raise, and you're like, oh, I just kind of think it'd be nice if I can get a raise, maybe, possibly, whether he's going to give it to you or not, like, he'd much more be willing, respect you more if you was like, hey, I think I deserve a raise, I've been here for, quite a amount of time, and I've put in more effort than the average individual based off of my last record. I want a raise. Period. Straight up. And what this dude was missing out on was like, he was missing out on that fucking clarity. Like, the girl knows what you want. She knows why you're pulling up. She knows why you're saying hi to her, She may not be 100% on it, but she, probably she's probably in the right ballpark. But when you go out here, being all this and that, and, we're wavy, that just seems so unattractive. Versus going up and saying, hey, how you doing? You ain't got to necessarily tell her, hey, I'm here because I want to, I want to fuck you. Because you should, if that's what it is, you should need to get you some standards, because you don't know what the bitches got nowadays. You don't even know if you like the bitch. And you got to be with the bitch long enough to even, deal with that. So a lot of these bitches ain't even worth dealing with that amount of time and that amount of effort to even go take the bitch somewhere, Like, and the girls that are super duper easy where you ain't got to do nothing, those are the ones you really should worry about, because they out there too. I had a chick one time from she's from some Latin American country. She came straight up to me and shit, and she was like, I was sitting on the grass like this, and she came up to me. She's like, oh, hey, whoa, you look really good. Something. I'm like, oh, thank you. She had broken English, so she's mainly speaking Spanish. Matter of fact, I don't even think it was really broken English. It was really no English. And she told me, something, let's cabala, some cabala, whoop. It was something that started with a C. I still don't remember what the fuck that shit was called. But she said, we'll do a C, something. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? So I pulled out my phone in the translator. She took my phone, she typed it in, and it basically said, let's fuck. I'm like, what the hell is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch talking about let's fuck. I'm like, I don't even know this bitch from. It's been 2 minutes, literally. So it made me wonder, is any of this for real or not? And so I said, that's how I'm in a story like that. I, leave you out some suspense. But every now and then you'll get some of those, you dig? But that was a little chick right there. That was just swapping. I walk back. That little shit swapping. Ain't nothing crazy, but it look good, Women are beautiful, long hair, thick bodies. Looking for some attention. But the lack of intention. When this guy was talking, he was and then after that wasn't even the worst part. The worst part was after he kind of got whatever information he tried to get. When they started walking off, he kept trying to act like he wasn't really in it, and then like he would walk with them a little bit and ask another question, and then go over here and walk. Like he's like he learned some weak pickup lines, or someone talking about being indirect, and you know, he took that shit to heart, and you know, it just looked really sad, really soft, really wishy-washy. Better to not approach in the first place. What I learned was the best way to get your approaching skills up is to go and direct at first. You know what I'm saying? When you're first starting off, you ain't got no type of skills and shit. It's best to not have no type of knowledge prior and just go up and just say hi. You know, talk to the chick. And if you really don't have no game, just say hi. Hey, I think you're cute, or hey, you think you like it. You know what I'm saying? And you'll learn from there. You know, some girls will really like it. But, you know what I'm saying? Some girls will be like, okay, nice. And then like, what do you want to do now? You know, like what do you want me to do with that? So eventually you realize that it's not really necessary to go up and tell her, bitch, hey, I like you right off the jump, because you don't really know if you like her. You know you like that she's attractive. You know if you like what you see, but you don't know if you like the girl. And after a while, when you get into a certain level of skill, you realize that you have options. And when you go and talk to them, you talk to them as if like, hey, I'm kind of trying to see if I really do like you. I know I like the way you look, but you know, are we a good match? You know, like, do you annoy me after a few minutes? Or are you easy to get along with? Are you kind? Do you like my jokes? You know. And when you realize that, you go with that shit, it's like, okay, now you got something to go with. You feel like you kind of have something like a reason to go up. You're going to see if this is your one. You're going to see if this is, you know what I'm saying? I don't really believe in the one, but I'm thinking, is this your one? You know what I'm saying? One of the ones that's for you, because you talk to one chick and she may be attracted to you, but she, you know, really hard to deal with. You may be talking to the other chick and she may be attracted to you, but she, you know what I'm saying, kind of flaky. You're not really hard. You can't really depend on her. You might meet the other chick and, you know what I'm saying, she like you some, but then she act like she don't like you, and, you know what I'm saying, do things that act like someone who don't like you would do while doing things she do like. You know what I'm saying? It's too much going on. And so you think, you know, she ain't really worth it. And then you'll meet a chick that likes you. She'll do anything for you. She respects you. She adores you. And shit, you can tell her, shit, fucking, let's go to the moon. And she like, I got my shit packed already. That's the ones you're looking for. That's the one that's for you. And that's the one you're looking for. So when you go into talking to these girls, you really want to go in that type of energy. Like, hey, what's going on? I'm trying to see, you know, how you doing? You know, what's popping? Oh, nothing, something. Just chilling my friend. Okay. Yeah, you look really good with the whoop, or you know what I'm saying? It's a nice day, something. You know, you don't really got to tell them exactly. Like, I feel like it's kind of like, you know, low level. Like, it's still good. It's still good. It's way better than what that dude was doing. You know what I'm saying? But when you get to a certain level, you don't want to just go up and say, hey, you cute. You know, hey, this and that, you know. Unless you're just really on. If you're really on like that, and that's how you really feel, and that's congruent with who you're feeling on the inside, then go do that. But 9 times out of 10, you're not feeling all like, you're just like, damn, you're attractive, and I just want to, you know, hey, what's poppin'? You know what I'm saying? You can say you're attractive or something like that, or say you look good, but after that, get to something else. Don't just be sitting there complimenting the bitch the whole time, you know, because then it's like, okay, you're here just for my body, or you're here just because you're attracted to me. But, you know, you give me all this value and this validation, but I haven't worked for not a damn piece of it because, you know, I don't have to. Versus the guy where she got to kind of work to get those type of compliments and appreciation with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying never compliment a girl, but I say just kind of be, you know, take care of, you know, be mindful of the shit when you give a compliment to a girl, especially if you ain't have slept with her yet. After you sleep with her, of course, you can compliment all day on her body and everything. You know what I'm saying? But before that, just compliment her on things that's more intrinsic that not everybody see. You know, it takes a little more thought, and so it's gonna be, you know, weigh a little more. Figure out what she kind of insecure about, and genuinely, you know, validate her on that. You'll see how that has a different effect on, hey, you know, damn, that's nice. So okay, the last guy said that too. So that's all I wanted to share. I didn't want to make this video long. You know what I'm saying? This kind of correlates with everything. I really like using the idea of women, because women are just, they're really the embodiment of this world. It's like when you want to go for anything, you know what I'm saying, to succeed in anything, you know, you got to show up. You got to be willing to take the rejections and the no's, you know. What I like to say is rejection is God's protection. So if someone's going to take rejection, that's good. Thank you, because it's getting you closer to the one that's for you. So, you know, go get them rejections. Go get them no's. Go get those redirections. That's what they really call it. You really shouldn't call them rejections anymore, because they don't really know you to reject you. They may be rejecting the approach or rejecting whatever we do, but they're really redirections. So when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at changes. So we ain't calling them rejection no more. Oh, yeah, she redirected me. You understand me? Oh, yeah, it was some redirection. You know what I'm saying? Oh, one of my friends told me, like, he was in a club one time waiting to get inside the club, and he was just warming up talking to girls in the line, because there was some girls behind him and in front of him. And he was talking to a girl in front of him. He said, hey, what's going on? What's poppin'? Hey, something. Hey, what's up? And she was just like, you know, kind of gave him a whole cold shoulder, like, oh, you know, I don't like you. You know, you ain't with the whoop. We don't like you. She said something small, some shit like that. He like, okay. And he turned right around. He talked to the girl behind me and said, hey, what's up? How you doing? He said, hey, what's poppin'? What's going on? Man, I'm just happy to go to the club. You know, it's just like, and it really changed my perspective back then years ago, because I was like, damn, you know, it can really be so simple. instead of trying to pry open this one chick or try to get that validation from that girl that invalidated you because you have some kind of subconscious program or unconscious program that want to get validated when people reject you, instead of focusing on that and having more willpower to direct you towards something that can really benefit you and find something that really benefits you, you know what I'm saying? Why don't we try that way? If this chick don't see the value in me, why am I going to try to bust my balls and break my neck trying to get this bitch to see my value? If she don't see the value, then fuck it. It's not for her. Thank you for not seeing it. Thank you for showing me that. Thank you for showing me in the frame that you're not going to appreciate it, because that gives me the lessons and things I need so I can go and take it somewhere else where I will get appreciated. I know what it feels like to not be appreciated and not what I want, so now it gives me more energy to see and know what I do want. When you know what you don't want, it's much easier to find out the things you do want, you know? And if you don't heed those lessons, trust me, you're going to just get more pain in the future. That's how that goes. When you don't break off a relationship with a chick and you know that she ain't been doing nothing right for you, you're like, I'm going to give her another opportunity, give her another shot. Maybe she's going to try it different this time. No. Listen to the first shit that told you that she wasn't shit as far as what you want to get, and take heed and act accordingly. You dig? And the more you do that, the more you heed the signs, the more you find the one that's for you, and that's gonna make you feel like, damn, this was meant to be mine. You understand me? And with that being said, it's man Lord Supreme, and I'm gone. Jeez.